Hi, Leo. My name is Missy, and I'm here to do the bullshit and the blessings for the second half of September. So, because we have Mercury in retrograde, we've got Mercury is in retrograde in Libra, and Mars is in Gemini. Some other astrological placements and aspects happening right now that I feel it's very important to kind of take my time with these readings, kind of focus a little bit on the details so that there's no misunderstanding, especially because, relationships are what is going to be the most affected by this retrograde, uh, being that Mercury begins the retrograde in Libra, moves back into Virgo, and then ends the stations direct when he's moved back into Libra. So, this is seventh house issues. So we don't want any misunderstanding, right? That means I need to actually slow down a little bit. Typically I'm trying to get these videos as done as quickly as I can because that makes it easier to upload. But we're just going to go with it today. So, what else did I need to tell you? This is for the second half of September from the 16th to the 30th, or basically any other time. And in fact, that leads me right into my disclaimer. These readings are meant to be timeless and general in nature. So whenever you come across them, if the details fit for your situation, the reading is meant for you. But if they don't fit, don't try to force it. That's not going to do anybody any good, and it's not what I'm here for. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or accountant, so if you're looking for advice in any of those areas, you need to consult a professional. And please don't do something simply because I suggest it in one of these videos. Like, you're an adult, you've got responsibility for your own life. Use that to your advantage when you're making decisions. You know your situation better than I do. I'm just up here reading cards. So with that said, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull some charms to get a good, general energy of the next 2 weeks, and then we'll look at the cards to get the details. So give me 1 second to get these sufficiently mixed. Excuse me. Okay. All right, so we have a couple of letters here. So we have the number 5 coming through twice in 2 dominoes. We've got the actual 5 domino, and we have the 4 and 1. So any of those numbers could be important to you. We also have 753 here on this field notes charm. All right, so let's kind of break this down. I want to start here in the middle. It's because we have these 2 5s. It talks about changes that are coming in for Leo. I do think they're positive changes, probably some that are small. For some of you, you could be a Leo who was born in 1982 because of this branded charm here. Or, whatever these changes are, like if the year 1982 is not important to you in any way, whatever these changes are have been going on for a very long time. These are long-term issues that are going to now be changed, possibly even like ancestral type issues. Could be related to a person, place, or thing with the letter U or the letter D. The thing about the field notes, having the mouse next to it, this is saying like pay attention to the detail, take as many notes as you possibly can to avoid problems, because that's what mice bring. They're pests, right? They bring in problems and issues. It could be problems involving a D. We have the swan over here, which I feel like what it's saying, like if you want to change your look, do something about your look, because swans are very beautiful, right? They're very delicate as well. So it feels to me like this is around your appearance in some way. Wait, definitely don't do it when Mercury's in retrograde, because whatever you're trying to communicate to the person who's going to be helping you, especially if you're cutting your hair, people always get this confused. I hear people say, don't get bangs during Mercury retrograde. You'll regret it. That's not why you won't regret it because of the way it looks, right? You'll regret it because the person that you're talking to, that you don't ever cut your hair during Mercury retrograde, because the person that you're talking to is not going to hear you clearly. There's a very, it's not guaranteed, but there's a very good chance that, the communication is going to go awry and they're not going to understand exactly what it is that you're asking for. And that's the reason that you're not going to be happy with the way that your hair looks after you get it cut, right? Now, it's when Venus is in retrograde that you might think that you really love a certain outfit, a certain color, a certain makeup look, something. And so you go and get your hair dyed and you do all this stuff during Venus retrograde. It's something drastic. And then once Venus turns direct again and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, what the hell was I thinking? So it's important to understand those differences. But I feel like, because Mercury is in retrograde right now, with this swan here next to where it says wait, it's feeling very clear to me that if you are wanting to do something or make some changes around your appearance, you need to wait, not because it's not going to look good, but because Mercury is in retrograde and the person that you are talking to is not going to understand what it is that you are trying to do. So it feels like a makeover in some way, right? Like just wait until Mercury stations direct, and actually wait until after the post shadow period as well. Okay, so we have the angel of peace coming out over the word no. So like, I feel like it's saying you might not be at peace right now, or like right now is not the time. Like at this moment, there's no peace. And especially because we have this terminated quartz coming out over rephrase, or what I would say would represent like where it's saying try again. So the terminated quartz it's like the detox stone, right? You have to get your chakra system into alignment in order to keep yourself protected mentally and emotionally. You have to be balanced in order to be confident, is basically what that's saying, right? And that's the reason that there is no peace. It's because you're out of balance. You don't have any confidence because you're out of balance. Yeah. The other thing is that this 5 and the D and the mouse all came out in this area of actually a little bit further out here. So some of this issue that I was talking about, it could be a couple of months away, just based on how far away it was from the board. That's just how I read my charms, based on where they fall, how far away. That I have my own system that I do. But yeah, the field notes is the only charm that was on the actual board. So you need to start paying attention now, because these changes are going to be coming within the next few months involving a D, whether that's a person, place, or thing. There could be some small issues, small problems attached to it, that you are going to need to, like, I feel like those notes are going to be the thing that you're going to need. Those notes for whatever reason. You're going to need the information that you collect now, so pay attention. Okay, so with that, let me get my charm box out of the frame so I have room for the cards, and we'll start looking at the details for the next 2 weeks. We have the song Treat Me Right, Pat Benatar. So with any of the music, you'll definitely want to Google the lyrics to see how or even if the song applies to you. It may not apply to everybody. And I apologize again for how, I think I probably already said this, but for how slow I'm going to go with these readings. I'm going to just kind of allow myself to relax and take my time. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I was really struggling, and then that one tried to pop out. I know part of it is because of my nails, but like I was really trying to get these cards up. They did not want to come. And I just felt like I shouldn't slide them off the table. And then this one jumped out. So we're going to keep it. We'll read it exactly how it presented itself in this order. So give me a second to get them situated. All right. Actually, I feel like it goes this way. And then we have our Page of Wands. All right. Hopefully you can see all of those. So I'm just going to start talking about what I feel. So with the Page of Wands coming out, you know, pages are messengers. It could be that you're dealing with someone who's younger than you or less mature than you, but I don't really get that sense because of the way that it popped out and the way that he looks ready, poised. I do feel like this is a message that you are delivering. You feel very strong. It's the muscles that are calling. Oh, sorry, I almost dropped the card. It's, you know, his musculature, right? You look very strong. I feel like it's saying your message is strong. And it's interesting that I feel like it also needs to sit on top of this Knight of Cups. So this is definitely, as we already saw, a relationship, right? This is a message of, you know, an emotional nature that you are delivering to someone else. And I think it's because you're going to be walking away from something that's been, I think it's something that's like, if it's not an actual marriage, then it's a commitment, something that's solid, right? Or was supposed to be solid. Here's the thing. So based on Treat Me Right, and now we have the song, Those Shoes, the Eagles. Okay, so based on the music, what we saw over here, you know, everything that's going on here, especially this card, I feel like there's a lot of fighting going on, but I don't know. It's interesting. So we've got the King of Pentacles and then this card. It's like this person is watching all of this fighting. This is earth energy, obviously. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. It is, I feel very strongly, this is a masculine energy watching another masculine like lose their temper, you know, and get into like this. I feel like there's a masculine energy that likes to fight, fist fights. And I'm not talking about, you know, like bullying, but although it could be bullying, but I think it's more like someone has a temper and they like to fight, like they like to get physical with other masculines. Like two masculines going at it it's really coming across very strong. And but okay, so I want to say a third, but I don't think there are really that many people involved in this situation, honestly. I think you're in a relationship with a masculine who likes to fight. And there's another masculine watching your masculine kind of implode, if that makes sense. And I feel like, interesting. I feel like you see what's missing. Like there's something about you're ready to leave this situation. There's because of what's missing, which is with the Eight of Cups here. That's what that card talks about. But it's more than that. Like with the way that this feels to me, like you've already, if you haven't physically left, you've already like you're gone already. Emotionally, mentally, you're already gone. Like there's no decision left to be made. The decision has already been made. You're already gone. It's just the actual physical act of delivering the message and leaving, right? So take this however it resonates for your situation. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's look at we've got the Hanged Man. See what I was talking about? There's like someone is watching someone else fight, and that's exactly what is going on here. And it's giving pause. It's giving someone pause. It's making them sit back and go, am I sure? Like, do I really want, like, is this really what I'm looking for? I'm just not so sure. Like, that's where, like, the decision has already been made. Look at, like, I'm out. But also the Knight of Swords, again, this is more confirmation of this over here, because the Knight of Swords is very angry. He rushes in. He's always willing to get into a fight, like ready to go, ready to defend, or he thinks he's defending, right? Maybe that's what's going on over here. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I defend what's mine energy, right? But they're always fighting. And if this is you, this earth energy, you're watching it and you're like, is this really what I want? Oh, and then just as I said that, the lyric, something, pick whatever you choose, something. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm like a decision, like, sorry. Yeah, it was like that. And that's what's directly underneath. It's like, you don't even think before, like, there's no thought before jumping in, right? There's no, because that's what this, when the Two of Swords is in this position, it's thinking before you make the decision, right? When it's in this position, you're trying to avoid the decision. And then look at, you've got the Hermit in the same position. Again, more introspective energy on the inside of the Hermit, on the inside of the Two of Swords. What's going on in your head? What's going on in their head, right? And when the Hermit is in this position, his clothes are tattered. It's obvious that he's struggling, right? So again, like, what's going on in your head? You're impulsively running off to do X, Y, Z, and someone else is watching and just kind of going, whatever, and. But then you've got, look at, I think there's help and support coming in because of this Three of Pentacles. That's what this is. This is literally someone's giving you the gift of support, and defense, helping you fight the fight. That's what the Page of Swords is. And look at, to bring in security. It's like a partnership to bring in security. And actually with the Four of Wands, so this is a marriage. Well, yeah, this is the actual wedding, right? That's what the Four of Wands depicts, is the party, the actual wedding itself, or the ceremony itself. So if this is someone coming in to offer their support, like, it's a promise that they will keep, right? Yeah. Collaboration, reconciliation. So this is the Star card, and it's all about healing. This is like healing the shadow energy, or healing the memories, because as you can see, this is not a solid person, but there's healing to be had here. Look at, a choice is made. Very interesting. There's also like a lot of love energy as well. Like someone has to let go, like they're dreaming about thinking. Oh, and then look at the song that just came on, Here Without You, Three Doors Down. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what's going on. Like, that's why this person is so angry. There's something that needs to be healed, some loss that they have not gotten over. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. Oh, I guess the video is not as long as I thought it was going to be. It's only 20 minutes. I might do this more often if they're only 20 minutes. Anyway, I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notification bell. Anything that you can to help me, because it absolutely does help me. And I very much appreciate you watching. And I want to say one other thing. Oh God, I forgot. It was right there on my tongue and I forgot. Anyway. Okay, you can laugh at me if you want, but I remember now what I was going to say. If you're watching these videos for your sun, moon, and rising, it may take a couple of days for me to get all of them filmed and uploaded because I'm on a very tight time crunch right now. So I thank you for watching.